Australia toughening laws after Sunday's attack at Bondi Beach, one of the worst mass shootings in the country's history. The New South Wales government is set to introduce rules that will significantly tighten the use of firearms. That, if passed, will be the toughest in the country. They will restrict the number and types of firearms people can own. Most individuals will be limited to 4, while primary producers and sport shooters are allowed up to 10. Rapid-fire guns will be harder to access, magazine capacity will be reduced, and belt-fed weapons banned. Checks on licenses will be more frequent and more stringent, with terms cut to 2 years from 5. Licenses will also be restricted to Australian citizens, with exceptions for New Zealand permanent residents in primary production or security sectors. A gun club membership will be mandatory for all holders of firearms licenses. Clubs will use an online platform to track their activity. Inspections to ensure safe storage will also be needed before guns are acquired. Other changes include expanding what would count as disqualifying offences, which include, as an example, personal and domestic violence. A greater use of criminal intelligence when licensing firearms. Existing licenses will also undergo an audit. All these reforms will be paired with a federally funded buyback scheme, encouraging surrender of firearms that become illegal under these new laws. Existing unregistered firearms have already been captured, but some analysts say these reforms still have their limitations.
The funding for this particular scheme is supposed to be 50-50 with the states. So then the question is whether the states have got the money and how much are they going to offer, and how far does the new laws require the mandatory handing in of guns if you've got more than you should or you now own a banned weapon. How long it will last, I suppose, perhaps if you're thinking about it, would depends on how much resources are being poured into this. And perhaps another sobering thought is that there's 4 million odd weapons, there's nearly 1 million people with licenses, 250,000 of those are in New South Wales. It's a very big logistical exercise to control this number of weapons and license holders.
The attack, of course, on Sunday at Bondi Beach, hundreds gathering there to honour the 15 victims. Surfers and paddle boarders formed a huge circle in the sea and maintained a moment's silence. Sydney remains on high alert, with police increasing patrols. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has marked the 21st of December, this Sunday, as an official day of reflection.